Hi, my name is Josh, and I know what you're thinking. What do you mean top 13 deadly kisses of Christmas? Well, this is my top 13 list of the top female badasses that are also sexy, hot, whatever. I don't think there is a non-sexy, hot female badass, but that's beside the point. This is my top list of female badasses that will basically it's a mistletoe list that I would want to kiss under the lip mistletoe. And it's a Christmas themed list, even though it's not 12. I'm doing the whole nostalgia critic thing, and yes, there'll be male and female versions of this list. So this is a top 12 or 13 badass females that I want to kiss under the mistletoe. It's my list. I don't give it. If you have your own opinion, make your own list or list them below. So, all right, we're gonna start with the first one. The first girl, and this is actually by surprise because she's not been out very long, and I'm hoping she's of age. Jinx from League of Legends. Now, I don't play League of Legends, but she's completely infectious. I mean, I've just listened to some of the voice acting. It's pretty awesome. She has that music video. So I'm going to start with her assets. She is badass, possibly chaotic neutral, good with weapons, embodies chaos itself, and very energetic. Her attitude. Her downside to her is that she embodies chaos, which is also her upside. And her power is good with weapons. Best when slaying enemies as I watch. And by the way, if this does turn out to drop off my list, there is a reason why. But besides that, oh well. Number 12 deadliest kiss is Sylphie from Final Fantasy VIII. But she's not really a badass per se, but she does had a lot of really huge bosses their butts, so she counts. Her assets are cuteness, good with both modern stuff and magic. Girly is her middle name. Good with nunchucks, of course, martial arts equipment. Is part of a battle school. Yeah, Seed was a battle school, so I'm going to count that. Powers magic and possibly martial arts. Downside, possibly too kiddish. Best when shopping with you. Why not? So I know you're starting to see a pattern in my stuff, but I hope you do. And it's very interesting. Next deadly kiss is Kaylin from Code Geass. Assets, knows her way around a mech. Looks good in a pilot's uniform, which is actually kind of one of her better assets. She got a good independence about her. She's got a good, yes. I'm sorry, I am reading off a script, yes. Is part of a powerful organization. Powers mech piloting. Downside, the fact she is close to Lelouch. Yeah, that's pretty much dangerous right there. Dangerous territory. I mean, this guy could tell you to get lost and jump off a cliff, and you do it. Lelouch Lamperouch, Code Geass is a pretty good series. Best scenario, teaching you how to pilot a mech. While in the mech itself, because there's not a lot of room in there. Number 9 is Kukaku Shiba. Her best assets are battle-tested warrior, her wardrobe, and her power. Yeah, I probably wouldn't date her in real life, though. That's all I can think of right now. Powers unknown to me. I made it that far in Bleach, but they didn't make that character out too much. Downside, a bit bossy and controlling. Best when in battle with you. And yeah, she's a very controlling character. Her personality is very out there, and let's just say it this way. She pretty much has the squeaking the floor upstairs. I can't believe it. No matter when I record, they're just gonna squeak the floor. But basically she's like the top dog of her dog pile, I guess you could say. If you know what I mean. Next is another one from Bleach, so Orihime. And if I'm butchering that name, I didn't know how to spell it. kind of weird, well endowed, and her personality in general, just for her assets. Powers not understood by me. I mean, I watched Bleach, but I didn't watch those episodes. Downside, she's a bit goofy. And besides that, oh, best scenario. Some arcade where she could show off her awesome gaming skills. This kind of character, if a real person, would be in a mental ward. I mean, if Daffy Duck was a girl and an anime character, this would be it. I mean, the closest thing they got to that character, at least wise or creation wise. Number 7 is Haruko from Foley Coley. Her assets is her personality, her eccentricity, and she's very powerful. Powers not understood by me. They never do explain those. And downside, she ends up leaving you in the end, of course. Best win, Foley Coley the hentai. Enough said. I don't need to say anything else there. But believe it or not, besides Orihime, actually before Orihime, she is the goofiest pick on this list. And besides that, I guess not much to say about her besides the fact that she is just weird. So I'm moving on. Next on the list is Tuyuya, no last name. I don't know her last name. She wasn't even long enough into not Bleach. Why would I want to say Bleach? Naruto to even have a last name. So her assets, her abilities, her third form, her toughness, powers, ninjutsu, casting illusions with her flute, command troops with her flute, which are her powers. Downside, she's evil. Best when using her flute to give delusions of grandeur for a moment. Why not, you know? And there's not much to say about her because she wasn't very long in the series of Naruto, or even in the series very long. This next one is pretty good though. Hinata from Naruto, another Naruto character. I mean, she's got a perfect personality that comes out. She develops more in the series than Tuyuya. I mean, her assets, she's shy but tough. She can hold her own, hold back huge forces with just her energy alone. She's cute, which I've said several times in this, but I don't know really. That's all I can think of on that one. I need to really watch the Naruto series more. Powers ninjutsu, something like X-ray vision, but not quite. Downside, she may be too shy. I mean, that was her downside for that series. She, like, if she beat you up, she'd run away for the people cheering her on. Not that say they did that in the series, but you know that's how shy she was. She's just overly shy, but that's what makes her personality. So I guess that's it. Best when picnic at the beach. This next one, Bayonetta. I mean, just if I didn't put her on this list, I would have killed myself. More or less, anybody else killed me. But her assets, her spells, infernal weaves, uses sexiness as a weapon, and it definitely is an asset that her clothes disappear for her most powerful moves. Powers, magic, poison, fighting style, modern weapons, infernal weaves again. And heck, she can use about practically any weapon I could think of. Or this downside, she has almost narcissistic personality. The best when date in newly conquered heaven. Why not? And yeah, and if you haven't seen the pattern here, it's really badass, really badass, a cute girl. So, and the next one, number 2, Mommy Tomo, which I hopefully I'm not butchering that name, from Madoka Magica. And yes, she's old enough, so 5 assets, or at least some 5 assets. She is the epitome of cuteness. Her finisher has a teacup that falls from the sky, which is awesome because she usually uses a big, gigantic gun first. Her whole personality, the fact that she's a magical girl turned badass, which is a pretty good thing there. Powers, magical girl powers, abilities to summon guns. There's no real downside with this one, but there's no real best scenario with this one. I mean, she is the epitome of smooth meets badass. I keep saying badass over there. Well, let's just say it this way: smooth meets awesome. Lastly, number one, Tier Hollabell from Bleach again. And yeah, that's no surprise to me or any of my friends, but to to uh, to you it probably is because she's the most guyish of the list, at least body wise. Because she's got that six pack abs, she's got more muscles than anybody in this whole list. So her assets, the fact that she is considered, well, I would consider her a legacy class. I mean, she's Soul Reaper, Hollow, and I don't even know what else. I guess you could call her Water Elemental for that matter, but I never made it that far in the series. I have watched a couple of her fights though, and I've seen some of her personality. So she is well endowed, athletically muscled, in the right proportions. She is epitome of badass, which I keep mentioning over and over again, which is the theme of this list anyway. Her first form is awesome. Yeah, because they really went backwards with her second form. I mean, come on. They put her in a bathing suit. Her first form is more sexy. I don't know if she has a third form, but I've seen a couple pictures of something like that, and it was better than her second form. Power swordsmanship, hollow abilities, and a Zanpakuto. Downside, again, she's chaotic neutral. I think she is at least. I know she joins up temporarily with the good guy there for a while. Date slaying her enemies at the beach would be the only, scenario I'd want to see her in. And besides that, if you have a list, please list it below or make a response video. I think YouTube doesn't do responses anymore. Oh well. Besides this has been Thinking with Your Head. Talk to you later.